Capitol Hill negotiators expected to try and hash out their disagreements over border policy. Those disagreements have stalled passage of the supplemental aid package, which contains funding for Ukraine and Israel. Yesterday, lead negotiators resumed talks and discussed a new proposal, according to Republican Senator Lankford and a Democrat familiar with negotiations. NBC's Sahil Kapoor joins us now. Sahil, good morning. You wrote an article about how aides to President Biden are actually directly involved in trying to guide these negotiations. Where do they stand right now?
That's right, Jose. Well, negotiations are back on. A trio of senators met yesterday for about an hour to rekindle these conversations. That's the Democrat Chris Murphy, the Republican James Lankford, and the independent Kyrsten Sinema. Lankford, I am told, presented a proposal. There have been no breakthroughs yet, but that failed Senate vote on the aid supplemental package triggered this rekindling of talks. Now, the White House's role has been complicated, Jose. They don't like to be front and center in these legislative negotiations. It's a strategy that has worked for them in the past. But based on our reporting, they are involved, especially at a staff level. White House staff have been calling Democratic senators to nudge them to try to get this immigration deal done in order to unlock passage of this national security supplemental. And just 2 days ago, President Biden gave his clearest indication yet that he does want a deal, saying he's willing to make significant compromises on the border. Now, what do those compromises look like? There are some aspects of the negotiations that are going well. Democrats have been, I'm told, been willing to make serious concessions on the issue of asylum to raise that standard, raise the bar through which people can claim asylum and stay in the United States. But the issue of humanitarian parole, Republicans are making stringent demands here that Democrats simply say they cannot stomach. They claim the Republican proposals will either shut off legal pathways to the U.S. or force mass detentions, including of children. Republicans come back and say this is a crisis and Democrats are not taking it seriously enough. Some of them believe that President Biden himself needs to get involved and be the closer in these negotiations. Let's play what Lindsey Graham had to say on that.
These negotiations need to change. The President of the United States should be involved. He is responsible for this situation more than any member of the House and the Senate. He is the commander-in-chief.
Now, there are a couple of pitfalls here, Jose. The first is the calendar. The holidays are coming up, and they want to get this done very soon. The second is the Republican-controlled House. Speaker Mike Johnson is demanding the much more aggressive and partisan Republican border security measure that cannot pass. Is he going to hold firm? Is he willing to compromise? What we know is that President Biden is very motivated to get this done. He wants to be the president who helped Ukraine defeat Russia and fend off Vladimir Putin's territorial expansion. This is his opportunity. Jose?
Sahil Kapoor on Capitol Hill, thank you so very much.